Akon?
Yeah, man. You already know what it is. Boys getting locked up.
Oh, shoot.
Hey. Boys getting locked up. Hey. Then you hear them drum slam. It's about to be over. I ain't got no bars for you, but I'm still a soldier. Y'all say, whoa, whoa. Y'all got hope, hope. And Kels, don't you drop that soap. Oh no, your boy get locked up. Yo, it's the Commission Podcast, episode 58. Yeah, man, I already know. We good. We Gucci. Yeah, season place 58. Hey. What's good?
Yo, good intro. Good music, Kev.
You like that?
Yeah, man, I had to get in my bag a little bit on it, man. Kev, what's up, man?
What's up, man?
It's good with you, Mike.
I'm good.
That's what's up.
I'm free.
Hey, look at you. I like the new drops. It's your boy. Look at Mike. What's mine? I'm your man, G, for those who don't know, and this is the Commission Podcast.
That's my dog.
Thank you, sir. Putting him when I'm supposed to, you know what I mean, be on time with the jump. All right, y'all. Episode 58, like we said. Feeling good, feeling great, fellas?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Good week. I feel like the week flies by anymore.
You feel like it doesn't or it does?
It does. Yeah.
When I'm mad busy, it does. Yeah. I can't believe today's Thursday. I can't wait till the
I was saying to
weekend.
my wife on the way here. I'm talking on the phone. I'm like, yo, it's crazy that it's already Friday tomorrow. I feel like it was just Friday yesterday.
No, I definitely don't feel that.
I do.
Yeah, I don't feel like that either.
feel like
but
All right, man.
It's been
I'll
a
take
long
it.
freaking week. But a lot to address this week. You know, we got a couple folks in the, as Kev started with, you know, with the locked up theme. Let's get this out the way early. You know what I mean? Like, let's just go ahead and talk about your man's Robert, you know, Chicago's own.
When you say teenage, how old are we talking?
Here we go again. I'm so sick and tired of it. It's, you know what? I'm going to say this. It is 3 people, maybe 4, that I'm tired of talking about on this podcast.
Let me guess.
Go ahead.
He already said
That's
it.
one.
Kanye's one. Definitely.
Kanye, Robert.
Definitely sick of Robert at this point.
And Tekashi 6ix9ine.
We don't really talk about Tekashi too
Nah.
much. Nah. Drake.
Oh,
So
shoot.
sick of this guy.
We gonna lose. I know we gonna lose one listener. If we don't talk about
One
Drake.
whole listen.
I
It's
know
all
one
right. We
person
gained
that's
100.
not gonna
We
listen.
gained 100. It don't matter. All right. So your man Kels back in the news again.
Yeah.
Another kid. Another kid.
Oh, I'm thinking like you meant he had another kid.
No, man. He's dealing
Well,
with
he
another
did
kid.
have another kid, right?
Yeah. Oh man.
A
Hey,
bunch of
yo.
charges, too.
What are the charges? You know.
I don't know specifically what they are. I just know there's 10
Okay.
counts against him.
It's all good. We could be an irresponsible podcast.
It's gonna be like what lewd acts,
But yeah, I'm sure.
No, it's got to be
something with a
sexual
minor.
misconduct
Yeah.
with a
child
minor.
pornography because
Then
they
he
recorded it.
Yeah. You know what
R. Kelly, that's look. This is another. Look, this is another one. You got to give him all the credits. It was written, produced, starring. You know what I mean?
It's like his whole inside the closet joint,
You know
right?
what I mean? He wrote, produced, did the
Yeah.
score for it.
So let's talk about it though. He got locked up. Chicago finally decided to do something, and they made a move based upon some information that I believe CNN got this tape first, right?
I don't know who got it.
Some news outlet got it first. And
How long, like, you've been sitting on this tape for, is this new tape, or this is, like, old recording that was put out today or recently?
I didn't
Who seen
see.
the
I didn't
tape?
see it.
I was about to say
didn't
who's
see
seen
it.
the tape. I don't know. I'm not looking forward to
seen
seeing the tape. You seen something?
Stills of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Did it seem current, or was it like?
Didn't look, it didn't look
Look
like it
old.
was like, yeah.
It looked old.
It looked old, yeah.
He said he had even on the Surviving series, they were making it seem like he had a whole library full of videos,
Like 70-something tapes. I think the
exactly.
girl said.
So one gets misplaced, you know, one bad road trip, one left in the VCR or whatever in the DVD player, you know, one of these hotels, and next thing you know, R. Kelly's back in the news again.
That's a lot to be responsible for.
Yeah.
The road trip manager definitely quit after this. He's like, listen, man, remember the road manager, the nasty
Yeah.
dude who was like trolling the malls for the Young Jones phone? Like,
All them guys, like I said before, we talked about this before. All those guys should be doing some time. If you ask me, like even the guy that was like he knew something was going on, especially like when the lid gave him like that look or whatever he was saying, because after the lid situation, you continued to work for this dude and scout the malls for him.
right? I feel you.
Yeah, but they're also like, dependent upon him to, like.
Of course, yeah. You don't want to
like working for him.
I'm not snitching on my boss, and now I ain't got no job.
I totally agree that it doesn't matter, but come on.
Here's my thing, right? To look at it from a different perspective, because I think reaction plays a part in this to a degree. I talk to women all the time; they still riding. Like you talk to a lot of people, and they're still supporting in spite of. So like
now, let me ask you this though: what
ahead.
does support mean? Like
support. I mean,
know.
What do you mean? Support.
I know the type of
support. I like the music. I don't believe he did it. All these these trumped up charges. They trying to take another black man down. Any angle that can be leveraged in that situation to, I guess, discredit the victim. Then it's just like, damn, all right, well, I guess this is acceptable behavior in 2019, or at least in certain communities, because it doesn't seem like there's enough of an outcry against him. As a matter of fact, he's out, right?
Yeah, he's out.
He's out.
He was in jail for 3 days.
He was in jail for 3 days. Mm-hmm. What was the bail? Like, what was the
$100,000?
Well, the bail was $1 million, right?
What? Nah. Oh,
the bail was $1 million.
He posted $100, right? Yeah. Okay. He posted $100.
Nah, he didn't post $100.
He didn't even post $100.
His manager said that he doesn't have any money because of bad deals, and I can't remember what the other.
Well, his lawyer was saying that.
Yeah.
I was saying, I like to believe that. I would love to believe that he has the money, but it's just tied up where it wasn't. As he probably didn't think that they was going to put $1 million bail on him to begin with. So maybe it just wasn't as liquid when they decided to turn him in.
Mike,
he probably didn't think he was going to
25 plus years in the game. Probably what, 30? Probably 30, 35 years almost in the game. Almost. Something around there.
Let's go
30.
from 90. Yeah, let's go from 90.
Say
so he got 30 years. Okay.
30 years in the game.
That's
right? Many platinum albums. Yeah, I mean, King.
Yeah.
We crowned him just a few months ago. King of R&B still.
Mm-hmm.
And you ain't got 100 racks? I mean, come on. You've been doing this for, seriously? 100?
Yeah, because it only takes what? If you know you're going to turn yourself in, I get it. You can liquidate that bread real
fast
just to
book
make
him?
sure.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
I'm saying, how much does it cost to book R. Kelly now? $5 grand?
Like, is he doing weddings?
Is he doing colleges? He's doing a college tour? Like, we could, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is he?
Yeah.
That's crazy to me. That's crazy. So now, the next question, fast forward, who did bail him out?
It was a 56-year-old woman.
So one of his peers, one of his old flames.
A fan. I want to go back see if I can find this article.
A woman fan. Let's learn more about this woman. I'm very curious. Do we know anything else about her outside of the fact that she's a woman and she's a fan?
I heard that she said,
daycare owner. So I was right.
She is a daycare owner.
It says, yeah.
She's in care of children. How ironic. That don't mean nothing to y'all. Like, I don't know. I look at things like from a different perspective. Like, that symbolism shit is real. Like, even when last week I thought that when we showed the hoodie with the noose, because we was talking about that a couple days ago, we showed the hoodie with the noose. If a different person put that out, that actually wouldn't be a bad symbolic tool to be used. Because the first thing I thought of, and I was like, yo, it's actually a good idea, not a good idea, but it's a hot idea from the sense of I like rope for my strings. Like these strings, it'd be nice if it were rope. But if that came out, let's say post Trayvon, and a black person decided to promote that because everybody was wearing hoodies and they wanted to use that to show that there's still a connection between the noose and the hoodie is now representative of the noose in today's modern society, then I make those connections like weird like that. I find it very ironic that a daycare owner, someone who is has responsibility for children, is the person who decides that R. Kelly should, maybe be free in this situation.
I mean, obviously, she's probably single. She's probably lonely.
That's like half the women in the world. I mean, what?
I mean, it's probably more to her than just that. Because think about the platform you're putting yourself on by even bailing them out.
And
so
that's the
problem. Because you could be jeopardizing your business now.
You are.
I mean, yeah,
that's what I'm saying. That's the problem.
The article that I have up here, they're like dragging her. Like, how much does this woman actually care about children? She owns a daycare. And
I knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
That was moments away. That was moments away from happening. Like, you don't care.
And she probably never, like, my thing is, did she release they don't say her name, right?
Yeah, they do.
Well, then
That's
did
public
she
record,
be
I think.
how? Because you're going through a bail bondsman. Like you're not going there and saying here goes $100,000. Like you going through a bonds. You know, what I mean, a bondsman. You just giving him that 10% and they're bailing you out. So if you wanted your information out there, well, obviously you ain't have no restraints on them putting your information out
For
there.
some reason, I thought that was public record. Like
I
who
don't know.
bailed you out? I
It's
thought
normally
you
the
could get
agency that
I
bails
know
you
the
out.
agency will, but I think maybe
I
you
think
would have
they
to go through the
information.
agency. Yeah.
But maybe she didn't care. Like that's what I'm
Maybe.
saying. It got to
Possible.
be obviously something wrong with her. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the question. Is it something wrong with her, or is it just the way things are?
It says this woman is a fan, obviously, but she met him 5 months ago on a cruise.
This
You
nigga,
serious?
he's a player, mom.
The funny thing about it though, man, they
Man.
they say he's charming. I guess
Yo,
I don't
R.
know
Kelly
if you
R.
were.
Kelly is a pimp, bruh.
if
like,
you a
let's call
lonely
it what
woman-
it is, man. Like he's out here finessing these chicks, young,
Yo.
old. It don't even matter no more. You know what I'm saying?
Article continues to go on and say that she's called a Chicago newspaper to dispute some of the claims against R. Kelly,
She crazy.
and she told them that she posted the bail. So that's
I told you,
okay.
like,
All right.
yeah, she
Yeah.
wanted people to know that.
Wow.
Oh,
That's all we got.
I need
That's
that.
all we
I
got
need
left,
look.
yo.
I need that in my life.
Yo,
You know what I'm saying?
she filed for bankruptcy in 2015, saying she couldn't pay $2,700 in parking tickets.
And you just posted $100,000 bump.
Finesse.
Yo,
Yeah.
GOAT, man. GOAT status, man.
She
In
said-
this arena, you might have to see. R. Kelly's the biggest finesse ever, man. Like, he knows how to
Yo,
get it done,
you know
bro.
what, man?
don't
Now that you say that, and I hate to put this on any of our women listeners, but yeah, because he still got women's support.
All of them.
Like,
All of them. That's like me going
They
out cheating
still-
on my
yo.
wife, coming home, and she stay right here. You know what I mean? Like,
even if you
that's
think about
crazy.
it, when he left, he went to the McDonald's
Yeah, I saw that picture.
downtown, and they was down there. People
Dude,
it was
bruh.
packed.
The video, I saw the video of him coming out of jail. It looked
It
ridiculous.
was mob,
Yo,
right?
People were just running right up to him with their phones, like, and
That's crazy.
cameras out and right in his face. Like, can we get a statement? I was like, yo, this is nuts. Like,
And this
I
guy-
don't know how people. That would drive me nuts.
I mean, I ain't gonna even front though. It feel like for certain people they made it big news in Chicago because it kind of this is
It
stuff
is
that you
big news.
see.
Yeah, forever.
Like you'll expect to see it in New York. Like you'll expect to see it in L.A. somewhere. But to know that you got a local, I don't know, like you getting that much attention, you know,
Nah,
right up the street. 15 minutes up
I'm
the
not
street from
riding
here.
with that. You making it sound like Chicago's like some small little nothing.
No,
city
but
with
even
no
think about
talent.
it like this.
You got y'all just had Jussie in the news last week. Like
I
y'all
mean, he's still
always
in
got
the
somebody
news this
in the
week.
news.
It's something
Kanye's
going on
in the
with him.
news. Like Chicago's in the
But
news.
you don't see Kanye
all
like that.
year round.
You don't
it
see
seems
Kanye like that in the shot. That's the same thing as like Cosby. Think about Cosby 20 minutes up the street.
No, I get that.
It's his hearing. So we could really be like, yo, y'all want to go up there and you know what I mean, do whatever we want to do.
Yeah,
with
it wasn't like
But it wasn't no
paparazzi.
mob, for
Yeah.
Cosby. Like girls ain't out here running to
Nah,
see
they
the
was-
Cosby.
Nah,
Well,
yo, there
they
definitely
was
wasn't-
out there.
yeah,
Girls
they
is
were out there.
running to see
No,
Bill
no.
Cosby.
I mean, the one chick, you know, flashed him. She said it was for the cause, but she flashed him. Why would you flash a
It was for
pervert?
the cars. Look at the double entendre.
That's what she
Nice.
said.
I
It
like
was for the
that.
cause. Oh, yeah, there you go.
Don't even try, man.
For the cause.
That was good. That was good. No, man, nobody was doing that for Bill Cosby. No one was out here like. And Bill Cosby's a huge name. That lets you know how big R. Kelly is, though. Still, and I ain't got 100.
Yeah.
That's the part I keep going.
Obviously,
back
you
to.
ain't got to have it.
Well, that's
Somebody out
that's
there got
facts.
it for you.
So
That's
I read
facts.
the rest of the article real quick,
Okay.
and it says that this woman and her husband came into last year $2 million in a legal settlement on a wrongful death lawsuit.
Wait a minute, she's married?
Former husband.
Oh, okay.
Oh, all right. You did say the woman and her
her
husband.
husband.
I'm
I'm
like,
like, oh,
what?
I'm like, what kind of man? Hold up, baby. Wait a minute. Hold up. Ain't no way in
Former
hell
husband.
you giving up 100 racks to some random dude we met on a cruise who was crooning
Right.
and serenading everybody. You know what I mean?
Semantics, details. Come on.
God, that's crazy. All right. Kels, listen, man. Get help. That's all I can say, man. Get help, man. Get help, man. Just speaking of washed up artists, that I don't want to say Kelsey's washed up, but he is kind of sort of.
Well, no. Well, before that, let's stay in Chicago for a second.
All right, what else is going on?
Y'all want to touch on the Jesse, like the new updates with Jesse? Y'all
is there a new update?
Yeah, I don't know much.
Yeah, I thought it was over.
You give us the breaking news here.
I mean, no, I don't think that, I know that was new. They said that, and this is the thing because we don't know, it's coming off of social media and it's actually in the news, so who knows? But, they showed the check, and the check that he wrote those guys, it did say, it said like personal training sessions. Like, and then they came up with the text messages.
He's not going to put in the memo section to whoop my ass.
To whoop my
No. I totally agree. But then he had the text messages that popped up too, that they had conversation about what his diet going to be, what type of workouts he need to do when when he's traveling. And so, I mean, either it was well thought out so that you would have like an outlet. And then the second part of that was that this story of what they saying happened didn't, the guys didn't come up with that story until they was detained for those 48 hours. Because remember, they said they held him for basically 48 hours, but on the 47th hour, that's when all this came out that, he paid us to do it. My thing is, once again, which we'll find out, I mean, hopefully, but
is this kid still saying like?
I thought he admitted that he lied.
Yeah.
Nah, he never said. Remember, he still pleading like, nah. The thing about it is, who's to say? I mean, the fact that he couldn't describe. He said he felt like the guys that did it. They was obviously they weren't black guys because he said they were. They described them, but. No, not even that. He said he could see like they looked like behind the hoodies. They looked like they was white behind the mask. It looked like it was some white guys that did it. But the thing is, though, who's to say that they didn't decide? Look, we just going. I don't know, like jump him or whoop his ass or something like that. You know what I mean? And
I'm not rolling.
I mean,
I'm not rolling.
Hey, I'm just saying.
I respect the effort. I really do. Nah, man, it just don't.
Think about it like this. Let me question you like this, right?
Sure.
How serious does it gotta be for you to decide you're gonna go press charges too? You going to the cops? Because you can easily just say this is what happened without going and pressing charges. But how serious does it gotta be when you like not only am I pressing charges, but you're like, oh look, there's a camera right here too. You begging them to pull the footage because you want them like pull the footage. You find out later that footage is not even facing that. That direction.
That always happens, I feel like, too.
What's that? The cameras are never facing.
Yeah, like it's never facing where it's supposed to be.
Where it's supposed to be.
But if you don't
happens.
know, and it's so this like, freaks me out.
That's the point. I think what you're about to say is like, do you think they knew that? All right, the camera's not going to record here.
You wouldn't know what cameras are. What you don't know. You wouldn't know unless you
could find out.
Unless you scouted the area and say, oh, who owns that camera? All right, which direction is it facing? Cool. But then that probably would have came out like a store owner would have said, yeah, some guy randomly came in and asked me about my security cameras. But it's like you don't really know. So do you want to force the issue? And it's funny. I had a thought. A friend of mine back in the day, he was supposed to have this. Disclaimer: this is totally off the subject. But he was supposed to had a what is it? Vasectomy? Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
A vasectomy done?
Yeah.
So he couldn't have any kids. So he was stepping out on his old lady with this, side chick or whatever the case may be. And she alluded to the fact that she was pregnant. So.
Do you know what day of the year the men get that done the most? There's a specific day.
Valentine's Day?
No.
Oh, no.
March 15th?
No.
Tax return day?
No.
Christmas?
Nope. It's the Friday of March Madness because it's like a 2-hour procedure where you can leave the office that day. So you go in the morning, you get it done, but you can't. You have to like basically sit for 2 days after you get it done.
Oh, so you watch the game?
You watch the tournament.
Oh, that's great.
We dropping knowledge on the
most
commission.
vasectomies happen on that day.
Where the hell do you find that information?
I don't know right now. I feel like I had a friend that had one, and they're the ones that told me this.
That's the most random, useless fact I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, it is, and I'm not that guy.
He was waiting for a time to go.
Ken was like, here.
I got that one stored away.
Glad Mike brought this up.
You know what?
Guess what?
You know what?
You
Speaking
are
of
way off
vasectomy,
topic,
yeah.
But since you brought it up,
yo, use that in the drop, yo. That's got to be a random drop. Like, what? Who the hell who knows that? Yo, you know what? And then we sitting here guessing like some dummies. Like,
Yeah, I
yo,
know,
is
Valentine's
it
Day?
15th of March? I don't know. Christmas? I don't know.
President's Day, Flag Day.
Yeah, babe.
Yo, but get back to Mike, man. I don't know what you're talking about.
Only thing I'm saying is that you're not going to take that chance if my guy like
bruh, he
just
mailed letters to Empire to about himself after he cut out. Like he put out the little serial killer
he did
letters. And shit.
that was in
No, he did.
Yes,
the
he
Bodyguard.
did.
When that Bodyguard, when
It
he
was
was
in
in the
it was
guy.
True Detective.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
it
did,
was
right.
a
It
True
was in
Detective.
every fucking
Yeah.
serial killer
Every
movie.
murder
Yeah, that is
Right.
true.
Yeah.
And
The
sent it to
Zodiac.
himself, right? Hey, come on, man. Like, nah, man. He was disgruntled, clearly, and he
They
wanted
said over
attention.
what $65,000 a show.
I thought it was 100 a show. Even way.
No, they said we did. Now that's what
Wait,
Taraji
he
and them
was
getting.
getting $65,000.
They said that was
show?
$65,000
How many
a
episodes
episode.
did they show?
I don't know. I
In
don't
the
watch.
20
season?
something.
That's crazy. Man.
I mean, from what I would
20
think.
episodes?
I think they do 20 because remember they do like 13. They do a break.
You're complaining
and they
about
come
making
back.
over $1 million a year. Like, get
Just
out
off
here.
of that one thing, because I'm sure he's involved in other. Yeah,
course.
he is. He's the Tupac. He's the new
He's
Tupac.
gay Tupac.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's the
exactly.
Tupac.
So that's got to bring in some level of revenue for
Yeah.
bookings and showing. He's
Yeah.
booked and busy. You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
first
Like,
of
come
all,
on.
that was a violation. that should have got him like 5 to 10 just for mentioning him and Tupac. I'm the new Pac.
Yeah, man. Like, you know, he out here working,
Like,
man.
If you're
I'm
at
just-
the show and he says that, like, what do you do? I'm like, I'm out of here.
It's a lot of new Pacs out here, man. You got the gay Tupac, you got the Tiger Pac, you know what I mean? It's Pacs
man.
everywhere, man. 1 Pac, 2 Pac, 3
Yeah.
Pac, 4. Yo Pac, he's Pac.
Your
Remember?
props, whatever you
Right.
said.
Hey, I'm the only one who watched
But
8
I'm
Mile.
just saying
Come
though,
on,
man, you ain't. Only thing he didn't have to go to the cops. He ain't have to ask for no foot. He could have just said, "This is what happened. I fought them boys off. I'm Tupac Shakur out here, the second coming." Literally, I mean,
Yo, man, Mike's got
Mike
jokes.
with it, yeah.
No, I'm just saying.
Ask him how, man. Ask him how.
Yo. Anywho,
Yo, I wanted to talk about Tiger Pac.
okay.
There's too many Pacs in the world. Tiger Pac out here. Yeah, he's out here. Kev with the wrong drop. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
all
man.
good. Tiger. But anyway, Tiger's out here at Floyd Mayweather birthday party thinking he's, super thug.
That I was reading something today, and I only read the headline, obviously, because that's all what I do. Said that whole situation was about like cars.
Yeah, I think the guys that own the venue.
Ooh, you came in strong.
Yeah.
I know.
Jesus.
Our sound guy sucks.
Yeah.
It's like,
I think
nah.
you're properly talking into the microphone.
Woo.
We all got a lesson how to talk on the microphone before the show
Whoa,
started.
Pause. So,
Jesus.
you need some lessons talking into the
Yo,
mic.
you guys
Pause.
are
Hold
crazy
on.
right now, man.
No, but
Classic episode.
apparently the guys that own the venue, they own the dealership where he was leasing from, and he missed some lease payments, so they repoed his will. So I don't think Tiger knew that when he showed up.
Didn't he get repoed years ago though?
I think it was a couple years ago, because he was still messing
y'all
with Shorty then?
Yeah, that was back with Black China.
Nah, I thought it was after.
Or
her.
Kylie? You think it was with Kylie?
Yeah.
No, Kylie was buying them wheels. Remember?
Kylie bought him a wheel after the joint got repoed, right?
Oh yeah, that's right.
I think. But
That's crazy.
I think, yeah, so those was the guys. So as soon as they seen him, they was like, nah, he got to get up out of here. And I guess Tiger felt like he ain't have to leave, and they drug him out of there.
Wait a minute. This ain't your party. I mean, it's Floyd party. It's Champ party.
It's our venue, though. Did Champ invite you, or you just show? Because you know how they do.
Nah,
We got to show
ain't
up.
no one just showing up at Floyd party.
Why not?
Who the hell is just what? Have you
man.
seen the TMT
You
security?
think they're letting
Ain't
me
nobody
and
just
Greg
walk.
and
Yeah,
you
ain't nobody
walk
just
in?
No,
walking
not
up in
us.
there.
But
Like,
if we
Tiger, you think they just letting Tiger walk up in there? Who's Tiger?
Damn.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, they do let that kid. What's his name? The one from ATL. You know what I'm talking about.
Who?
T.I. best friend in ATL.
See, our best friend in
Uh,
ATL. Oh, I know you talking about.
Yeah, they let him go everywhere. Something.
Yeah,
He got a
I
girl
forgot
name
his
too.
damn name.
I forgot his name. Kelly
Dang.
something or something like that. But yeah, they let him go everywhere, and he doesn't do anything either.
Yeah.
Floyd's known for
Hey,
hanging with.
get me one of them jobs.
He's known
But
for
that
hanging
was
with
Floyd
like
Guy, though.
D-list celebrities for some reason.
That was Floyd Guy for a minute.
He
though.
was, yeah.
Yeah,
He still
yeah, I
is.
forgot his
he be
name.
around.
He
yeah.
do?
Yeah, he be around from time to time.
Yeah, I forgot about him actually.
But I don't think you just walking up in a Floyd party. Then first of all, if you're getting carried out like a child, right? First of all,
Why
stop
make the
fighting back.
scene?
Yeah.
Yeah.
stop fighting back. You know what I mean? Just stop fighting.
Why
All right,
make
yo,
the
get off
scene?
me. I'm gonna walk out. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not carrying me out of here. Like
Guy was like 6 times the size
Yeah,
of him.
yeah. That's exactly why you don't get carried out because you look.
You're
You
kicking
look,
your feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was in the air.
Yeah.
I'm like,
So
come
you-
on, man. Like, stop it. Then when you get outside, your security guard is calming you down. Like, you know what I mean? Yo, man, relax. All right, scene's over. It's a lot of people with cameras out here. TMZ's looming. World Stars on the horizon. Like, just be smart here. Why are you trying to get the strap?
If anything, you make it look like they did you really dirty by just accepting that defeat right then and there, and getting like.
So you trying to gain some. You trying to get some. You know what I mean? Gain some clout
sympathy.
back.
I guess some. Yeah, I'm like, yo, he had these big old balls grip me up. I don't know these guys versus you out there with. When it was like his security, he was trying to act like he was gonna grab his gun, and
he
like
grabbed
you
it.
wasn't about to do.
What
like,
are you
yeah.
gonna do? Yeah. If I was, his security didn't really look like he was
Yeah, he
trying
just,
to.
come on,
yeah,
put
on,
it
man.
back. It's like
Stop
my
it.
son grabs something out of my pocket. Yeah, put it back.
Put that
What are you doing? You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly
You
how
know
it
what I
looked,
mean?
though.
Cut it out, man.
Like he was just throwing a temper
You know
tantrum.
you ain't
and
supposed
he's
to
like,
touch this.
Yeah, I mean, right. You know better than that. You know what I mean? Tiger.
Tiger.
And he had some bars this week. Like Tiger's trying to make a resurgence. You know?
Yeah, you know what's crazy now that I think about it? So, like, at the beginning of the year, Tiger had a good year last year. Right? He had that song Taste come out.
Apparently the
Yeah, it was
biggest
solid.
comeback of 2018.
So then
As
at the
documented.
beginning of the year, Soulja Boy says, "Nah, I had a bigger comeback," and now the two are spitting verses back and forth at each
That's what
other.
they are.
Yeah.
Those are verses.
Man.
That's
Come on, man. You know what I mean?
what they doing. They
They
real.
sound like Blueface out here. I don't know
Yeah.
what they're trying to do.
Soulja Boy verse was ass.
I didn't hear it
and
either.
Tigers was trash.
Yeah, they both
Well,
weren't good.
I mean, Tiger shouldn't even had addressed them. He should just.
Tiger's
about
a
the
better
LA
rapper.
Lakers.
Like,
Yeah. So he
I
should
mean,
just rap. Like
Yeah.
act like Soulja Boy don't even exist.
I agree.
I feel like they orchestrated the whole thing anyway.
Nah.
It's not
Some
like
of the stuff
popping.
when Soulja Boy says that he slept with your baby mom and then played Fortnite with your young boy the same.
Damn.
I don't.
Yeah, you can't come back from that one. It ain't no playing with. When you bring the
Yeah,
kid
you
in,
bring
nah.
the-
Good point.
my baby mom and my.
Well, my
seed.
baby mom has a reputation, so I get that. But nah, don't.
But
don't
if
bring
me
about
and
my
you,
seed,
if
you
me
know.
and you cool though,
They
I
not
think
cool,
not
clearly.
cool, though.
Not-
Yeah.
right now, that's what I'm saying. They
Yeah.
not cool. Kev
Yeah.
thought that maybe they orchestrated this. Nah. They
Oh
not
yeah,
cool.
yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah, nah,
know
it's
what
no
I
way,
mean?
no way they orchestrated that one. Crazy. It's a whole bunch of. You know what? I think we should just let Mike run this show from here on out. He's been doing amazing with the segues.
He has.
He's had
2 weeks in a row
amazing.
now.
Yeah, he's had amazing double
He's Steph Curry
entendres.
with the Greeks.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo.
And he has topics that he'd like to address. Right?
Oh, yeah.
He previewed the new Offset album, so I definitely
Oh.
got to get.
Offset.
I definitely got to get a hot take on that. So Mike,
Let's dive
please
into
break
it.
down the Offset album. Your thoughts?
This is what I said, and is
Mike never listens to new music when we ask him, yo, check anything out? Nah.
Nah. He front to back
He's
though.
still sitting
I
with
He
can't
was
his
excited.
remember.
He came in excited talking
No,
about,
I
yo,
didn't.
man.
Nah.
Yo, that father of four though.
I said it wasn't as
From
it
a
wasn't
father
as
of two,
trash
though?
as I thought it was gonna be. That's what I
Yo.
said. I ain't gonna even front. I expected it
Father
to be.
one. I'll kind of agree with him too because I didn't think it was that bad either.
Yo,
Okay.
so here's the thing. Now I got a text from my man out in Seattle. I was out there with him and his sister. She hit me up saying, "Yo, she liked the 21 joint," and she was like, and,
21 on the album. Okay.
CeeLo's on it.
CeeLo?
Cole's on it.
Okay.
No,
Oh,
she
Cole's
said she
on
liked
it?
the 21 album, and then she said
Oh,
she listened to the Offset joint. She said it had some nice beats on there, and she said it wasn't that it was solid.
Okay.
And I'm like, huh? Solid, like,
Solid. Is that what we doing
because
on anything?
mind you, I'm thinking of these balls from the Drake concert,
Right.
and I told everybody then,
You went to that show, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, it was like. I'm like, people out there acting like they can understand what they saying and that they feeling them like they like a really big act. I ain't even know it was that big until then.
Right.
So whatever. So I put it in. I played it, and I actually could understand what he was saying,
That's
and
important.
the beats was solid. So I'm like, yo, it wasn't. It was a lot better.
What's
than
the
I
best
thought it was
track
gonna
on there?
be.
Like, what's your go-to?
The joint with him and Cardi, like, that was cool. But I hate to say it like that because a lot of people referring straight to that track. But let me go to the listing. The one with J. Cole was solid. The one with even the one with 21 was nice.
I'm surprised that we got a J. Cole feature on here.
I was too.
Is Cole
Yeah.
killing it, the features like he
Um,
was in 2018, or what?
I have to give it another spin.
Oh,
But
that's
It wasn't like
not
a
vote of
standout
confidence.
joint.
Oh,
It
that is
wasn't like,
not a vote of confidence on
yeah.
your man Coley
I
Cole.
Coley
Cole,
Cole,
what's
track
up,
list,
man?
I was like, oh, Cole, all right, then went right to it.
Right.
I don't know about that.
That wasn't it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't a
Wasn't it?
standout
Yeah.
joint, but it was. I mean, just the fact that he was on there. Like, let's go through the.
The CeeLo track for me was the standout track.
Okay.
I like the CeeLo joint.
CeeLo's usually good for that.
I like the first one because
Big Rube.
with Big Rube on there, like
Why don't I know Big Rube? What else?
because
was
Big
he on?
Rube been on a lot of like he's been on the Outkast joint. He's been on like
He's a Dungeon Family member.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, yeah. Okay,
So,
all right, that's what
it just wouldn't have been expected for him to be on.
Well, if you got
Offset.
CeeLo on the joint, and why not?
Well,
know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
different song though.
Okay.
Who else we got on this joint, Cat? 21 Travis Scott, same joint.
Gucci.
I would be
Quavo.
curious to hear that. They're all together?
Nah, it's
Nah.
all separate
Oh, okay.
tracks.
I'd be curious to hear that Gucci track.
Really?
I like Gucci.
I think that was solid too. Like, put it like this. And this is for me. Out of like, let's say if we grading it, I would probably give it a C plus.
Okay.
I might be a little higher than that, but yeah.
A C plus.
Where would you be?
I'm like a B.
Solid B.
Yeah, maybe a B minus.
I ain't
Best out of
I
the
gotta-
trio is this was the best
You know
album
what?
out of
I
all.
actually did like it. It's the only one I really like listened to through.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought the
Who
Takeoff
came out the first?
wasn't bad though.
Was that the first one that
No,
came
Takeoff
out?
was second. I think.
Yeah,
Quavo was first.
I don't think I even-
Quavo
what-
was
that
like
hunt-
23
that was the whack
tracks. It
joint,
was
yeah.
way too many
All right, I
tracks.
didn't even know it was somebody else came out. So
Takeoff came out right around Thanksgiving. I want to say
Yeah.
around
It
that
I
did.
didn't
time.
listen to
I
anything off that.
I ain't listened to it either, but
Yeah.
I'm not a fan. But okay, all right. So C, B,
I say C plus.
Yeah.
C
I
plus.
can't say and that's
So
weird. I
let's
can't
average
say
it out
B.
at a B minus.
I'm not mad at that.
A B minus.
Yeah. Well, he said a B, and you say
Yeah,
C
I said
plus.
C plus. All
So
right.
let's average it out. B minus.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
cool.
solid.
Cool with
All
that.
right. Official commission podcast review. I
You
like
know what
that.
else? This week there is a Solange album comes out tonight.
I heard about that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Midnight.
Yeah. I'm actually excited about that one. I like Cranes in the Sky.
Cr-
And,
that was tough.
That was a
That
tough
album
album,
was-
man. Yeah. And even the first one, Haley was
The
Haley
first
Street
one was
Blues?
decent. It had a couple joints on
Yeah.
there.
I like how she does that too. Like she waits a couple of years just
Oh, it
and
was
then
a few
surprise you and
years.
just drop it. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Well,
was
no, it
thinking
was like
about that.
15, I want to say.
Something
16.
similar to that when I was driving up here because I saw Cole I was listening to that Cole track. I feel like that's what you should do if you're like a decent, like a real good artist. is
That's what the good artists
you
do.
just like sprinkle verses out and then you drop a project like every other year.
a surprise project.
Yeah.
Like no pub, no anything. I think that's the way.
Like if you jump on everyone's record and then you're multiple albums in the same year, I just feel like you get oversaturated and like, all right, we've heard.
Yo, who
heard
just
from you
got
enough.
killed for announcing the release date?
Announcing a release.
Chance
date.
the Rapper.
Oh yeah, but
Didn't
it's in,
somebody
like,
kill him?
It's like
Oh,
the end
yeah,
of April
yeah.
or something like
yeah,
that.
it's
Somebody
like
was
months
like-
away.
Yeah. All right.
No, it might be like June.
But you
Yeah,
know
it was-
what,
it
though?
was a while.
I think it's August, to be honest
Yeah.
with you.
I don't think he's established enough to do that though. Like I think you have to be a certain caliber artist to be able. Like I think the rappers who could do that now of his generation,
Yeah.
Kendrick, Cole, you know what I mean, Drake.
You're right. Like if
That's it. You know what I mean?
who's like a a trash rapper right now?
I mean, where you want to start?
I'm about to say, man, we just was talking about one.
But if you're that
come
trash
out-
rapper guy and you give your release date and then Drake or Kendrick is like, you know what? Nah, I want to drop that day. Like, all right, well now what you gonna do?
But see, with
Push the date
Chance, he don't need to drop a date. He should just drop music.
Yeah, he should just drop
Yeah.
You know what I'm
project
saying? Yeah, just keep coming out with
and
music.
let it be fire
Nah,
too.
Yeah.
I want one full project. I don't like the 2 tracks. Here
No.
and there.
What I mean is like, give me some verses. Do what Cole did last
Yeah,
year.
I think
give
that
me
was a perfect setup.
the younger artists. I think need to saturate with music and then come out with an album. The established artists, I don't want to see like that's what Wayne messed up
Yeah,
because he kept
too
doing
many.
it for too
I feel
long.
like Ross kind of did that.
Ross
and then
stepped
the
back
albums
though.
They dipped for a little and then they came back up.
Ross's? No, I think Ross's albums.
Nah.
They didn't.
No,
There's a
the,
couple at the end there that-
what was the one right before Black Market? I wasn't really.
Black Dollar.
Was that
Nah.
Black Dollar? It was a couple of them in there around that era that I was like, sounding a little bit the same. But
The
he went away
mixtapes
for a
were
little bit.
albums, because remember
The
he came.
albums. Not the mixtapes. The mixtapes actually are solid because he raps over other people's beats, and I like Ross on other people's beats. But nah, it was like not a lot. Like I'm not saying
Yeah, I
for
got you.
Ross.
I
For
got you.
Ross.
Hood Billionaire.
I
Black
didn't hear that
Market.
one. Black Market. I
Yeah,
heard.
it was. I think it was Hood Billionaire.
Mastermind.
Mastermind wasn't my. No, I didn't like that one.
That was an album though.
That was an
Yeah,
album.
All
Yeah,
those were just albums.
I didn't like.
Oh, Hood
Mastermind.
Billionaire was too.
Yeah.
Hood
I ain't hear
Billionaire
that.
There you go.
Yeah, Black Market actually I heard was good, but
Mhm.
the two around it weren't. Like I didn't get into Mastermind. I had
It wasn't
that
a Black
album, too.
Dollar that came out. I don't even know why we getting into detail about it, but was it a Black Dollar that came out?
It might have been a mixtape.
I think that was a
Might have
mixtape.
been
I think it was a
Yeah,
mixtape.
all
Yeah,
right.
yeah. It was a
I
mixtape.
think, okay, well,
Crazy man.
I think Chance. Going back to Chance real quick. I don't know what type of. And maybe y'all can answer this for me. I don't know what type of rapper is he.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's why he needs more content.
Right. That's why I
I
agree.
mean,
So
like-
verses. Give me some verses so I
Yep.
can know what I can expect out of your project. Because
Who
I
is
don't
you?
know. Yeah. Who is you? Yeah.
Who is you? I like that.
Marketing genius though, I guess, because he's out here and he's got deals for.
Doritos. He was on the Super Bowl.
I mean
commercial.
everything.
Yeah, them hats sell.
It's social
As he
media,
said.
man.
Yeah.
It's just, that's really what it is. Like people just get a mystique about them. It's the same thing with Cardi, and it's the buzz. It's the same thing was going on with this kid Blueface. This kid Blueface has no talent.
Yo.
He is everywhere right now.
I-
Same thing that happened with Tekashi. Like it's
I don't like
social
the song.
media. You
I
don't
don't like the song. I don't like the beat.
I like
Nah.
the beat.
I don't like anything.
I
Who
like
this?
West Coast
Blueface?
beats for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never listened.
Bust Down Tatiana song.
Bust down Tatiana, bust down Tatiana.
Everybody jumping on
Bust down
the instrumental too.
That's why I like it. I like the instrumental. It's a West Coast laid back. I like
It
West
is.
Coast laid back stuff, but
Yeah.
it is what it
Another
is.
album comes out tonight.
2 Chainz.
Nope.
Oh
nope,
man,
nope,
look
nope.
at you
This-
messed that up.
So, there you go.
Boom, boom. Every
Watch
time-
out, little bitch.
I like that one. Yeah, man, I'm excited about this one.
Me too.
I'm actually looking forward to the Chainz joint. I'll have some Chainz on my playlist next week.
I'm looking forward to
So.
seeing what beats LeBron selected for this
All right,
project.
so find
don't
out.
get
Hold
outta
on, like
here.
that's what really we need to talk about right now. Yeah, man. So why is LeBron James executive producing 2 Chainz album and actually trying to executive produce according to these clips that I'm seeing? Like
The one Mike played earlier was hilarious.
we need to have 14 tracks, and
Then
or maybe
come-
we should give like 2 bonus tracks on the deluxe album, on the deluxe version.
That re-
oh, yeah,
that reminded
that's
me-
a good idea.
That reminds me of 2001.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So you know what? I'm a A&R somebody's project too and say, you should do songs like this,
Yeah.
and then you know what I mean. We'll come out with a
You
deluxe.
should
album.
release them on
Is
iTunes.
J. Cole really listening to what the hell LeBron James has to say, or is this just like a
Two
publicity
Hold on,
stunt?
2
I mean, 2
yeah,
Chainz.
yeah.
gotta
I'm like,
say.
huh?
sorry,
J.
my bad.
Cole
The
doing it.
album
My
was
bad.
done.
2 Chainz.
And he probably just said, "Here's my album. Listen, or
Here's
he's not
20
picking
songs.
man. Nah, I don't even think he's picking.
You don't even think he let him pick? Like here's 20 songs. What
I
you
don't
think?
know.
Here's what happened. I think I know what happened. LeBron always gets new music first. Like his friends send him
Yeah,
tracks.
for sure.
They probably sent it to him. They was chopping it up via text. He's like, "Yo, man, why don't you EP my album for some extra pub? You know what I mean? Give me some extra notoriety, extra publicity, or whatever. You don't have to
You know
come
what
or do
they should
anything."
have done? He should be on the shop tomorrow.
Yeah,
Chainz,
I wouldn't be
yeah.
surprised. No, Chainz.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
that's
saying.
all.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if he shows up.
Yeah, that was bad marketing if he wasn't.
Yeah.
I think.
But we all know that the shop is where we deem LeBron the hip hop historian he is.
Where LeBron
so
deemed
that
LeBron.
he can actually EP these albums. So give that man the credit he deserves.
LeBron James Records. You signing the LeBron James Records?
LBJR? Hell yeah. That's a new Death Row.
Body Head Bangers.
Body hit bangers.
That's what that'll
Yo,
be.
if he treat your label like he treat these teams, man, it's going to be really like the new Death Row because he be chopping heads on the squad.
Yo, that locker room is in
Like, yeah.
turmoil.
It is, man. Don't nobody
They
like
hate
him.
him, and he hates all of them.
I don't like him right now either. And I'm a Laker fan. Like, you don't you're not a Laker. Like, that's my thing. You don't have the clout to be able to miss 18 games and then to be demanding things of Lakers who've actually been here playing.
Well, you know,
I have a
Magic probably
problem with
told
that.
him, yeah, man, whatever you want.
Well, I think Magic probably gave him leverage to go hang himself. He hung himself. And I think Magic now has leverage to say, all right, now we doing it things my way moving forward. I would hope that's the strategy he employed because LeBron been doing this stuff since he was in Cleveland the first go-round, trying to get coaches fired, trying to recruit players, put together his own team, be his own GM. And he was able to do that with all these other franchises. You can't do that in L.A., man. It's not flying.
Do you think Kyrie Irving is in L.A. next year?
I wouldn't be surprised. I don't think he's in Boston next year.
Nah.
I really don't believe
Probably not
that.
going to be in Boston.
Y'all think Kyrie isn't? He going to LA though?
I think that he's setting himself up to either play with LeBron or
Knicks.
KD. Yep. LeBron and KD is going to be his wingman moving forward. And I think he would prefer it be KD because KD's younger, obviously. But, yeah, one of those two.
And you don't want to be revisiting history again, going back with LeBron. I don't think so.
I wouldn't mind
I don't
that.
think he apologized to him already this year, so I don't think he.
So he chumped you and you apologize.
Well, I think Kyrie realized that it's not easy being a man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Nah,
This
I
is
think
gonna go back.
Kyrie
You
realized
think
that.
Scotty wanted to be Mike?
yeah,
Nah.
when Mike went out and he was supposed to take the last shot in that game and they gave it to him,
Yeah,
Phil
he
drew it
sat
up for
down.
Tony Kukoc
Yup.
and he sat his ass down. No, you don't do that to me. Like I'm the second tier guy here now that Mike's gone. So yeah, he wanted to be Mike. Absolutely, everybody did.
But if you Kyrie though, like I think you just realized that the team that you were on, you wasn't the engine behind it. Like
You thought you were. 'Cause
when
he
you
was
got
cooking.
when you got hurt, that you found out that they can do it without you.
They look way better without you.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And then everybody else seen that as well. So now you like, yeah, you trying to make it about you again. So now you debating whether you going to stay or leave. And I don't think they really care. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like, if you don't want to be here, cool. Like,
But it goes back to these guys think it's that entitlement shit, man. Like, yo, you ain't earned nothing, Kyrie. Like, you rode the coattails. It's almost how people used to treat Kobe when Shaq first left. And they was like, well, Kobe, you rode Shaq's coattails, and you've never won anything on your own, and blah, 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 blah. Well, Kyrie ain't really done nothing on his own. Before LeBron got there, he wasn't making it to the playoffs. Now that LeBron's been gone, now that he left and gone to the Celtics, they did better without him in the playoffs.
What's he been there, 2 years?
This is the second year, yeah.
And he didn't play really the first year.
No, he didn't play in the
And they
playoffs
made
at all.
the
He got hurt.
Eastern Conference Finals.
And
right?
they was in the Eastern
Yep.
Conference Finals. And that's why you don't need him.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, oh, this is trade bait. Okay, cool. You know what I could do? I can trade him and get AD. That's what I could possibly do.
Yo, how's is he? I don't even know if he's on the Lakers anymore. Scary Terry.
Rozier,
Yeah.
you mean the Celtics?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, he still plays for the Celtics. That's why
Is
you
he
don't need
still-
Kyrie.
Is he still like
He's
cooking
nice.
like he was in the?
He's nice enough.
Yeah.
yeah.
He's nice. You don't even need a superstar point guard on this team because you have so many dynamic players.
Yeah, you do.
You know what I mean? Like, Kyrie actually is a hindrance because he's a ball hog. You need a guy who can move the ball. You know what I mean? Rotate it around, set plays, and not feel like he has to score like 25 to 30 a night. Like, nah. Like, that's what Kyrie on. Kyrie on some selfish stuff. Be out of here. Beat your feet.
Anyway, well, we'll see if
My-
LeBron's doing a little better on the hip hop front as opposed to the basketball court tonight.
I'm curious to see what gems, from a hip-hop perspective, he drops tomorrow in the shop. We'll all be paying attention.
The features on Chain's album look good too.
Who was on it?
I'm trying to remember. Ty Dolla $ign's on there.
Okay.
Lil Wayne's on there.
Okay.
Ariana Grande's on there. Which was
Interesting.
Like, that's interesting.
Okay. That's the pop song.
Yeah.
Chain trying to convert from trap music to pop music.
A bunch of other ones too, but
All right, we'll be checking for the chains, man. Back to Mike's show. Mike,
Okay, let's go.
you had another question for the group.
Yeah. All right. So, I was just curious to know, like, what's y'all opinion on, say, like, I guess we kind of discussed this one time, like, on social media etiquette.
In what regard?
Like, if let's say if you're scrolling through your timeline, and depending on what you got on your timeline, if you like, some pictures of, let's say, some Instagram models and things of that nature, is that appropriate when you're in a situation? Because let's just say if your spouse or significant other, do you have to be I guess what am I trying to say? Cognitive of their feelings, how they may feel. The same way if, let's say, if your old lady was going through,
100% you do. Yeah.
So you don't like?
Nah.
you just follow.
Nah, I don't even follow.
I don't follow.
Yeah.
No, I don't follow. I don't follow. I don't like. I don't follow. I don't like either.
Yeah.
The main reason why I don't follow, I don't like.
Nah.
There is an activities page that people can see, like, who
That's
you
true.
like.
For sure.
That's number one.
Well, let's stop there,
Okay.
because everybody don't know how to use social media.
All right.
Like, I don't know how to use social media all that
Okay.
crazy. I was just asking because because a question.
It's funny because it's not even that
why
I'm
you
fearful that someone would see the like. That's not even the fear because it's like if I see it, What's the chances that my significant other is on that page scrolling? Well, maybe. I don't know. Maybe if she's that bad. I don't see. But, my girl, she ain't following a whole bunch of bad chicks. I don't know.
No, the reason why I asked, it came up because I was, we was talking, and I said something to somebody as to why they put stuff. They, as back to our clout chasing show, why people put stuff on the gram, and after you put something on there, how many times do you go back to see how many people viewed it or how many people liked it?
Right.
You know what I mean? And then it's like, all right, now if you're in a situation, is it okay to like something that,
No, then you can deal with like I don't look like that, or like those type of questions.
I don't even think it's that. It's just, I don't know. I don't know. I just don't. It's for me. It's kind of a. So I can see it.
Let me ask you this question: If your wife was liking pictures of a bunch of other dudes, how would you feel?
I wouldn't know because I don't follow a whole bunch of dudes.
Yeah, I'll say.
But like randomly, if you, like Greg was saying, if you just found like, all right, you know how they have on well, you don't because you don't know how to use social media,
right?
But
Yeah.
on Instagram,
I've gone through that. I've seen this. This has happened to me. You know what I mean? Where like my wife, she's into fitness, so obviously it'd be a lot of fitness dudes, buff dudes, and all type of stuff. Follow each other and all this other that and the third. I don't take social media serious enough for me to care. Personally, that's just me. But I also know that everybody else do. So that's why I don't like. For me, it's the like doesn't do anything for me. You know what I mean? The like gives something to somebody else. So I don't really. If they already got 9,945 likes, my one like ain't making no big of a difference. It's not like they're gonna see me and be like, oh man, it's not like Holly Berry's gonna see me and be like, oh, Greg liked my picture now. You know what I'm saying? Let me go DM him something. Like, nah, I'll look at it. I appreciate it. Okay, that's a nice look. And I
look at it, I appreciate it.
That's a mental like in my head, and you keep it moving.
That's
true.
Okay. Just curious. That was it.
That's all good.
Nothing behind it.
Yeah. I like how you cleaned that up and nothing behind it.
No, it's nothing behind it.
I'm just fucking with you, Mike. You right. I know it's nothing behind it. Where we at? Where we at time wise? I think we rolling. We good? We Gucci? Okay, all right. I like Mike's question though, because it kind of made me think of something else. Like, because me and my peoples, we used to. Damn, I can't say this story. I gotta ask permission to ask this question first. All right, I ain't never mind.
All right,
I'm gonna leave it at that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. I'll share.
Finagle it some other way.
I'll share us. What kind of do y'all have funny games that y'all play with y'all significant other? Like, we have a game in public.
I know what your game is.
I told you my game, right? Yeah. I've shared my game with. Yeah.
Nah. Don't play that game.
Of course you're not playing that game.
I don't know what the game is. I don't even know if I would want.
Mike probably playing in his head.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's true. Okay. All right. No worries. So man, we got through to everything. Did y'all see the OG? Did y'all watch that at all?
What's the OG?
OG was Kareem Biggs' movie that he produced on HBO last week.
I was telling Mike that I read today that they have a Rock Nation biopic in the works.
Word.
Or Rockefeller, my bad. And Biggs is doing it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think that's just going to be Death of a Dynasty, but without the jokes.
And I feel like then Dame will put his own movie out, too.
I said, the only people that's going to comment.
The fact that they're not cool, the three of them, the movie's going to be, like, someone's not going to like the movie. Like,
Jay and Biggs are cool.
They are, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. But, like, they're not cool with Dame.
I think Dame would do something like, remember when the whole biopic on Big came out, right? And Kim was like, no, y'all portraying me wrong. I think it's going to be some stuff like that.
The same thing happened with the NWA one.
Yeah, he's going to try to sue, and like Suge did and Kim did and whatever, and they're going to lose. And I don't think Dame would do that to Biggs.
Wasn't Dame the business mind, though, behind Rockefeller?
Oh, man. Biggs the smart one on the low like Dean Martin. Biggs the smart one on the low like Dean Martin.
So who owns the Rockefeller name?
Jay.
I thought Jay bought that.
Yeah, I own the name. I take blame for that. Everything I say is based on Jay-Z lyrics.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, he says everything. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
But
you know it.
I did hear though in Dame news though that he brought back ownership of the Rachel Roy brand.
I was reading
he's
that.
giving it to his daughters.
I don't understand that.
But they said she was pissed off about it.
Yeah, why doesn't Rachel ever?
Because I read this article. She was pissed off about she was supposed to make some deal with some other company, and they wanted that to go through first before he announced that he had bought this back, and he was like, I'm not worried about.
Or they ain't had nothing to do with him, right?
Yeah,
He was
so
like, they ain't got
I
nothing
don't
to do
care. It
with me.
has nothing to do with me. Yeah, so I think that might be why she's
Hey,
pissed
well,
off.
maybe I don't know what happened with their relationship, but maybe she should have been on better terms with him.
Yeah.
I
He's
never see her post anything about him. Like,
right, but he's openly said though that like you could tell that she's for whatever reason. Like, granted, I don't know nothing about their relationship, but you can honestly, from what he's be saying, is that he's just trying to have a relationship with his kids, and she just kind of makes things a little difficult.
I went on Dame's page one day. He was getting killed, man. Like, Dame has been getting killed lately. So because he was on all this culture vulture stuff, and then he did the apology.
That was
and,
gay.
Yeah, it was. And then he explained the apology. Like, you got to go to his page. His fans, he don't even have fans on.
I mean, gay like that was
no, you
95 through 2005 gay.
Man, it's okay, man.
Because
You gotta
they'll pull
apologize.
this footage
Yeah, man.
later
Yeah,
and
yeah.
say Mike was
Wow.
bashing.
I
You know what I mean?
20 years from
Molly,
now,
yo.
and Mike's
Yeah.
hosting like
We're going to say this was in honor of Regina Hall winning the Oscar, who's the voice of Riley, who's known for saying that's gay. Who's on
That
the
is
Boondocks.
true.
There you go.
Okay.
See how I bring it full circle for you? You know what I'm saying?
wow.
Hey, man, it was a stretch, but I got there.
Regina Hall was.
Yeah, she was the voice of Riley and both the
Both
boys,
of
Huey
them
and
on
Riley.
Boondocks?
On the Boondocks. Yeah,
She just won an Oscar.
She
the
did.
other night.
yeah, I think I said that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I led with that. Damn, you made me forget my point. What was I about to say to Mike?
Mike was the voice of the show. 20 years from now, they're coming for him.
It was before that.
Oh no, what I was talking about Dame comments, right? So like he has a Dame Dash network that he's really trying to put.
Yeah, he's been trying to push that for like 5 years.
He has.
Mhm.
It's terrible. And he has his new show, and like he has the first female host of his show, right? And she was up there with Charlemagne, and whenever he's around one of his
Charlemagne was with Dame Dash.
yeah, well, Charlemagne was with the woman who's the new host of his series, whatever hosting show he has
Okay.
going.
Okay.
She's a white woman.
Okay.
So after all,
Raquel Horn.
I can't remember
his
who she
girl.
No, Raquel. She's Puerto Rican actually. She's
Oh,
Spanish.
yeah?
yeah,
All
she's Spanish. But no, she's a white girl. She's a pretty girl. You know what I mean? But obviously, you can't be the culture vulture slogan man who's cooking up and frying every white guy who you feel has wronged you in the hip hop industry, and then the first person that you go to hire be.
Somebody that's not of the culture.
I'm not even saying she's not of the culture. I'm just saying that he's going to get cooked for that. He's going to get cooked for hiring a white woman to host when you've been on this platform basically parading that these people are taking from our culture. Like, what? You look stupid. Dame looks stupid a lot to me. Even when he was trying to roast Kevin Hart, he looked stupid.
Yo, I thought that was
Yeah,
kinda
that
funny,
was
though.
nutty.
Like,
You know
yo,
that was funny?
I remember
I
when
like
he
how
got-
Kev was about to air
he's
him
like,
out.
you're missing a tooth.
Dame, you're missing a tooth.
Because
Cam,
Kev
you
was
have no-
really like, he really thinking like, what's going on?
Like,
Oh,
why
on
are
the
you
roast,
even
but
here?
Why do this
Give
when
me your
you?
phone.
Right.
I'm
See
doing
your
this
phone.
for a movie.
Right. I'm in a
nah,
movie.
dog.
He did have on the girl Uggs
He
with some
definitely
tights
did.
on. I'm like,
Yeah.
yo, what are those?
They
What do you
got
have?
over him. I mean,
Yeah.
it could have been fun. You know, the problem is that when somebody's trying to, when they don't like let the joke settle, they keep on going, keep on going, keep on
and they
going.
laughing over the
Yeah, that's what
yeah.
Dame was doing versus like.
Just
That's why
cook 'em.
Kev was funny to me because he just like, yo,
just looking at him like he
you're
crazy.
missing a tooth, dog.
Right.
Like, let's
Why
talk
are you
about
yelling?
that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Then he put the camera on his face. I'm like, damn, this dude is
yeah,
missing a tooth.
I'm
Like,
doing
yo,
a
what
movie right now. They don't. I'm like, what movie
What
got
movie
you?
got you-
I'm trying to look like,
what,
yo,
what are you playing? What is your character?
It ain't like you got like a gap. You
Nah,
got like
man.
something on it
Yeah,
covering it.
it's
You,
not like
it
you
look like
on set either. Like y'all
Yeah.
in like Neiman's or Bloomies or
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Like you're in a department store. Like,
I'm
get
doing
outta
this for
here.
Cab. Cab, go see this. You look like a smoker out here, man. Like, you know what I mean?
Dame look crazy. I feel bad for Dame, man. I really do. I do, man, because he
But
he
if all
can't get
those,
right.
none of those guys want to associate with you anymore.
I bet no people
You-
do. Kanye still do. Kanye still do. I'm just saying.
Okay.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying. It's a
Kanye
couple.
gives him some of his time.
It's,
he does.
yeah, it's a couple guys that still rock with Dame. It's a couple. You know what I mean?
I rock with that Kanye beat that he played the other day.
With the church choir behind him.
That was hard.
I need him to fix his head.
Yeah, you don't like this.
The hair is killing me. I can't
Fox
take
the
him.
Crown's hair.
Is that what it's called?
I don't know. That's what I called it.
I
Oh,
can't-
okay.
I can't take him seriously at all. On any level. Like I just can't, man. Like maybe the music could do something, but until then, I'm over Kanye, man.
I want to hear someone else over that, not him.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, he would give that to somebody. I could hear Chance over it, honestly.
Hey, Jay over it.
I mean, I can hear the old Kanye on it, like
Nah,
just not the goofball Kanye.
I hear Kurt Franklin on it.
Okay,
Not for
Kurt,
nothing,
I
man.
was
That
waiting on
joint,
that.
yeah, that joint was hitting, man. I was like, oh man, he taking
He
the
said, man, I can hear some TD Jakes on top of that joint.
I was like, oh, snap.
Was-
That's him in the horn. No. Yo, God, Kirk be getting in, man.
Yo,
Kirk does, man.
where he's stomping his foot
Yeah,
in that
he
video
gets
too.
hot.
Yeah.
I was like, yo,
damn.
all I
know-
need
he
to
know
see
he
Kirk
got
jump out
something.
of nowhere. Yeah,
Yeah.
he definitely got something with that one. He do.
Yeah.
He was hype. Where
I
was
mean, that
he?
was never like I mean,
Outside, like I don't
That's
know.
the Sunday service shit.
Yeah,
right?
that's what it was. Sometimes it's indoors, and then, but he's been doing that for weeks, like premiering these new songs.
Hmm.
And then
I haven't heard
I mean, that was never disputed though. Like everybody know what Kanye can really do. Like when he gets in his bag, production wise.
We're not going to spend a topic on Kanye.
Yeah,
We're done
good.
with
We're
Kanye.
good.
Yeah, I'm good with him. Anything else, fellas? Anything else that you want to touch on?
Well, Mike hasn't finished True Detective yet, but
Go ahead, y'all can. I'm a close. I cover my earmuffs over here.
all right.
And y'all can wrap it back.
I just want to hear your thoughts. Final episode.
Yeah, I was upset with the way that it played out.
Total disappointment.
I wasn't disappointed.
I
was
was.
just not what I was expecting. Like even the story of what would happen with the girl in that pink room. Like I had a completely other idea of what was going on than what
The real
liter-
story
yeah,
was
than what
like
really happened.
regular.
Yeah,
I'm saying that was like
yeah.
I was thinking it was some
thought it was like some
sinister,
Pell
sick,
stuff.
stuff. And I'm like, oh, okay, I can see this happening.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, that makes sense. It was nothing malicious in my
Mhm.
opinion. I just was like, yo, y'all made me sit for like 7 hours, 8 hours for this. I kind of felt a way about it. I didn't like it. And then I have questions. Like I hate when the show ends
Yeah.
and it doesn't give me
Sopranos
full
did that.
closure,
A lot of
man.
shows do that now.
Yeah, but it's just whack, man. Like, I still don't know how I don't care. I still don't know how his wife dies. I still don't know, like,
Right.
or what happened to his wife. I still don't know, like,
Does he know that that's the girl at the end?
yes.
But he claim. Then why does he call his son? Like I don't know where I'm at. I don't know what's going. Like, that whole situation. I was like,
He went to the house because he knew
I
that
knew
that's her.
He
Yeah.
did at that point.
Yeah.
But then he forgets why he's there.
No, I think he remembered. I think he knew, and then he did forget where he was at, but I think he's going to remember. I think he knows that was the girl
And
and that's
why
the
didn't
closure.
he bring dude with him? That bothered me too, because and then I thought, I'm like, all right, when he calls the son and he's like, we'll come get you.
Yeah.
I thought the guy was gonna roll with the son.
I was
and then
happy to
see
finally
him
see this
do-
daughter come.
Yeah.
Like-
Why did she leave too? They never tell you that.
They don't tell you anything. That's
Yeah.
why I'm like, yo, I need closure. I need more
Mhm.
closure. I need another episode. Just give me one more. Just like
Did the Hoyt dude know what happened to the security guy? Like, you know when he took him in the woods
Yeah.
and he had that conversation with him? Do you think he knows what happened?
I think he knows because he said he had cameras that showed his car follow
Yeah.
the security guy after he left for work that day. That's why he came to his house.
Mhm.
So he was like, you know, if you want to sit here and lie to me, then you can find your own way home. Like, I know that you did something. I know that y'all killed this guy. Like, you gonna lie to me? Okay, fine. All right, we'll find your own way home. And it's crazy because it wasn't each person. Again, just didn't have bad intentions, and it cost these guys are chasing this case their entire lives.
Yeah, it was literally that dude's whole life.
Yeah, I'm like
His wife, everything revolved around that case.
around the case. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's insane. All right, Mike, you want ready to join back in the conversation?
Yeah, I'm here. I like the show so far.
I thought
just
the show
only-
was real. It was a great show. Like they acted
No.
well in it, and
the
story was phenomenal up until the very end. I was like, I thought they was gonna. I thought there was gonna be like
shoot out or something,
yeah.
or like, yo, the guy with the eye, like he ends up being
like,
crazy.
they let him just. I mean, what
He
granted,
wanted
what-
to be taken
he
in.
did.
He's like, yo, take me in. Like, okay, I'm
Yeah.
ready. Like, I'm ready to go. Like,
That was the original guy when they rolled up to him in that trailer park the one night too, or the one day.
no, that
wasn't him?
No, that wasn't him. That was somebody else.
Nah,
He was
what-
the guy.
He's like, nah, because he's like, you had to bat that one day.
No, nah. Because remember, with the guy in the trailer park, he was like, yo, y'all rolling up on me like I'm the only black man with one eye out here. Like,
Nah,
you know what I mean?
I'm
Right,
almost
I
positive
did see
was
that.
him.
Yeah, no. He was the guy from the book signing. He came up and rode up to his wife.
Yeah, but he specifically says, I was gonna tell you that one day, but you had the baseball bat.
He was outside his house. When he
Oh,
was
yeah,
old,
you're
he
right,
was,
you're right.
yeah,
He's the
he
guy
was
out
outside.
front of the car.
Yeah, he's the guy in the
Yeah.
car. Yeah, he was like, yo, you had
You're
your
right.
baseball, so I pulled off. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? I figured you would find me eventually, so
Yeah.
take me to jail. It was a good show. I liked how it was put together.
HBO don't miss.
Except for the end, man.
What about with this Michael Jackson documentary they doing?
I still haven't seen the
huge.
preview.
It's
I
gonna
still
be
ain't seen the
huge.
You
preview.
said it's gonna be huge.
Yes, absolutely. People love watching these stories where others get dragged. Like
Yeah,
look at R. Kelly
that's
one.
true.
I don't know if it's gonna be as big because he's deceased now. No, like what can you do? That's
You're-
what makes me feel
yeah,
a way about
you're right.
doing documentaries like this.
Well, that's the best time that I heard to do them because the person and they there's no
who-
repercussions for
Yeah,
it.
but like his family's probably gonna come out. And,
I'm sure the Jacksons is going to
Yeah.
try to sue HBO for releasing it, but you can't. I don't think you can sue the people personally though.
I saw
Like not for defamation or anything like that because obviously he's passed. What you see?
no, I saw a clip of on Charlemagne page of one of his nephews who called into the Breakfast Club, one of Michael Jackson's nephews, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was like, "Yo, Michael Jackson owns half of Sony's masters.
Yeah, I was just telling my wife this.
What?
Yeah,
All
that's what.
masters.
Once again,
how?
Like theme musics for like movies and shit like that.
he made a deal.
He made it. How
Like
the hell
he made
is
a
that
deal.
possible?
And the funny thing about it is,
Jesus.
that,
Like who owns them now?
well, his estate should then. Right?
well, that's the thing. You have to definitely find it out. But what happened was,
So all those songs you had to get clearance from Michael Jackson to sample. Any of those Sony records.
not even just his songs,
Yeah,
but
but like
anything
any
that came out
artist
under
that was
Sony.
coming out under
That's
Sony.
crazy.
What he
That
did,
is
they
big.
said what he did was, and this is funny if you think about it. Remember how so even in the rush hours, like when they over there in Japan and join, they act like they in love with Michael Jackson. Majority of the guys that try to
Yeah, do the
impersonate him,
karaoke and stuff, right?
all that. Yeah, so they were saying that like the height, this probably had to been around like the Thriller, Off the Wall days. When he was in Japan, he went to the Sony headquarters over there, and that's how he brokered that deal. Like
crazy.
with
That
them.
is insane.
So
bro.
even when he got back over here, like you figure the Tommy Mottolas and those other
that don't
guys,
mean nothing.
yeah, they don't mean nothing.
Yeah,
they
that's
was
the
they
real-
was pissed off. Like, yo,
Yeah.
how the hell did he get this deal? So what was it? I think it's like Sony / ATV was a division, and that's the division that he had all the. I mean, from they say everybody like obviously he owned the Beatles catalog.
Yeah,
New artists that was
those
even
were the
signed
big
to
ones.
Sony.
Yeah, but see, think about
Destiny's Child.
this. Yeah,
That's crazy.
Anything.
that's insane, bro. That's a different level of money now.
Yeah, your money for like
Ever.
lives.
Yes.
Generation.
So keep in
Yes.
mind, so what the media had us believing is that, obviously, he was broke. He was just getting these deals, and getting these deals with like banks to saying like, when he gets a royalty check, they'll get the money, whatever. How it basically like they was giving him like almost like a like a shark loan shark type deals and stuff
Okay.
like that for money. But nah, he had money coming in like this entire time.
That's crazy.
So yeah, they say he was a great businessman. So
That's what's up, man. RP to the King Pop.
yeah. I mean, same thing with once.
And that's what makes me mad about R. Kelly. Stuff like that. Because if you think about it, it's close. Their longevity in music, like obviously it's not the same timeline, but like Mike was 40 years maybe?
But if you think
Yeah,
about it like
you
this,
can't be that long in the game and don't have that level of insight or at least a couple dollars in your account for tough times.
who do you surround yourself around? Like Mike had, he
Think about the
surrounded
guy
himself.
We talked about the first topic tonight.
Huh?
First guy we talked about tonight.
Yeah. You talking about,
Kells,
yeah, that's what I'm talking
30
about.
plus.
That's what he's talking
That's
about.
I
what I'm
know,
talking
but
about,
I'm
yeah.
saying he don't have.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
All right.
Yeah. We're saying the same thing. You're 100% correct. And
So-
that's my problem.
But Mike surrounded.
Mike.
Mike had people around him that had business minds. Like even the people that he worked with, like the Quincy Joneses, the Berry Gordy's. Like these is people that took pride in ownership.
But these are also people who've taken advantage of a lot of people. These are smart people. Barry Gordy, Quincy Jones are very smart people who know how to take advantage and get money off of artists. They've done it for years. How is
I
it that
don't know
Michael?
about that?
What? You wouldn't think What? You don't think Barry Gordy and Quincy Jones been getting money off of people for years?
I mean, they supposed to.
I'm not saying it's
But-
wrong, but that's the music business. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, all right.
It's
But if you
business.
say taking advantage of them, it's like
They are. I mean, like Diddy took advantage of the locks. It's not saying that Diddy's wrong, but he took advantage of a
Diddy
situation.
Bills was retarded.
He took advantage of a situation.
Yeah, I mean, but dig this though. This is like Diddy.
He,
and I'm
that's
trying
business.
to segue too. But Diddy's deal was so bad that when he seen the Empire deal, remember, because his son wanted to be one of them guys off Empire, not the gay.
Oh yeah,
he
he was on
wanted to be
Star
on
though.
there.
Yeah.
He's on Star, but he wanted to be on there. But he looked at that deal like, what the hell? Where'd they get this from? The Bad Boy office? Like, no way you signing that. You know what I mean? But Kells is like you gotta want to be educated on that. Kells really didn't. Oh, they cutting me an advance. Oh, all right, cool. I'm gonna get $10 million. All right, cool. He happy with that. The people that's around him, they not the most educated guys either, so they happy with that.
I'm not saying that early on Kel's being taken. Everybody gets taken advantage of early on. I'm saying when you have the longevity, you should have learned enough that has elevated you to a point where you've been able to protect yourself, is all I'm saying. When you broker your second deal and your third deal, you should have the wherewithal to have people in your corner that's going to have your best interest in heart.
But you know what? Sometimes it's like this, man. If I know Kells can't read, like no disrespect, you know, I mean he can't.
No disrespect.
No, I'm just telling the fact. I'm telling the fact. If I know
Chicago's
that,
own, Mike.
if I know that Kells can't read, and let's say we 10 years into the business, and Kells don't care about reading, at one point or another, because you got the money now where you could have hired a tutor, and at least you got a chance that you can review the contract. But you take pride and you don't give a damn about that. You just doing your music thing. You doing your girls thing. All right, why not? Why not try and sneak something in?
I feel like a lot of artists don't read their agreements. They just have better.
But
to
if
your
you
point,
have
a better
they got
corner.
better, they got a better,
better corner.
Right, but even if you have the ability to read something, like people may try to like, you know what I mean? Like I don't know, they may not try to get over as much because damn, a blind man could read this. But if you don't even care about it, I don't know. Why not? You know?
Interesting. Well, we stepped in the name of love all over R. Kelly's topic tonight. It's definitely been fun doing it.
Oh shoot.
We got anything for the playlist?
Yeah, we do. We got this is playlist number 7, the Commission Podcast playlist, season 3, playlist 7.
Oh, we're doing it different now. Okay, season 3, 7. Because I'm like, oh, I thought we was like up in the 40s or 50s in the
Nah,
playlist.
man, it's just nah.
He just shot it down.
He just said no.
Nah.
I'm like, oh, all right.
We was playlist 6 last week.
Oh, all right. I
Yeah.
missed that one. Okay,
All
all right. Episode season 3.
Threw my whole shit off.
My fault. I know you got to spill. Go ahead.
Where can they find us at?
All right.
Yeah, you can find us at.
right.
I help
If
him
you
out.
got music you think's eligible to make the playlist, you think it's good enough to make the playlist, send it to us at thecommissionpod@gmail.com.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Who wants to set it off this week?
Go ahead, Mike.
You want me to go?
It's been Mike's show.
Mike's show.
All
You
set.
good?
Yeah, man. Exactly. You already
I'm
know.
All right, I mean, all right. Why not? Let's start with a little offset.
You knew it was coming.
No, actually it wasn't. But
It was.
I'll go with the title track, Father 4. It's solid. It's decent. Check it out. We gonna. My second joint of the week would be Kalani's. She got one with Music Soul Child. I'm just trying to pull up the name. My bad.
Oh,
I
she
had
got
it
something with
prepared.
music? That's actually.
Yeah, music is on the first track of the album. It
Not
is
mad at that.
called Footsteps.
Yeah.
Solid.
Okay.
She got a lot of features on that, actually.
She do.
Yeah. Ty Dolla
Dom,
Sign's
Ty
on
Dolla
there,
Sign,
Dom
Black.
Kennedy. Yeah, actually, I like the Black joint. That's on my
9 tracks,
songs.
but you know,
She about to have a baby.
she ain't have it already.
Nah, I don't think so.
Oh, all right. I mean, I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
What else you got?
I'm gonna give a throwback for my last joint. I made y'all 3 this week. Throwback. Outkast, Liberation off of Quemini album.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Every track on that album is good.
Yeah.
For the most part, yeah.
yeah.
No skips.
Yeah.
And why not the
Maybe
artist
2.
storytelling part 2? That was dope.
Yeah.
That was dope.
Yeah, it was.
I like
Part
that.
2, I love part 2. That
I
beat
like
just
Chunky Fire.
Chunky
on that
Fire
one,
was.
and Synthesizer. I like all of them. Synthesizer. Is the artist storytelling one about the mall? Or he's at the mall? And
Ain't that the one with Slick Rick?
Yeah, I think it is.
They got because that's the first one, and then the second one turns into something else. But I like that one. All right, I'm out.
What you got, Greg?
We're gonna start with I told you guys last week I'm gonna get more Griselda on here, so we're gonna start it off with that. My man Benny the Butcher from Tana Talk 3. This one's called 97 Hove. Banger. Then we're going to just segue out to the D. Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
shout out to Detroit. The homie Cash Doll, Ice Me Out.
Remix?
I ain't throw the remix. I put the original on there, but you can feel free to put the remix on there.
Remix has got
They got some.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
All right. There you go. Well, there it is then. Ice Me Out remix featuring your man 2 Chainz. Then I got my throwback of the week, you know what I mean, since we went ahead to had some bad boy conversation. Let's go back to G-Dep special delivery remix featuring Ghostface and Craig Mack. I love that song.
Fuck the whole industry.
Yeah, man. That's my man. One of these days I'm gonna give y'all all Ghost tracks because I'm a big Ghostface fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do
Ghostface
that.
probably has like 20 albums. Too.
Oh,
Yeah,
he
he
does
does.
a lot of
Yeah,
work.
it's crazy.
Yes, absolutely. Remix.
We could do that one week because I got it.
I'm cool. With
I
that.
like his. I like the
The
R&B
Ghost Dini
joints.
joint.
I like the
Ghost
Tony album.
The Pretty Tony album, but the R&B joints on the Ghost Dini album.
Which one R&B was that one?
That's the Ghost Dini album where everything he did was an
The joint
R&B
with
beat.
Fab on there. It was crazy. Yeah,
He
let's
got
do
this
that next week.
Yeah, we doing that next. As a matter of fact, I'm probably gonna download Ghost Dini tonight and Pretty Tony album and
Clientele.
yeah, and Iron Man too.
Thank
It's
you.
like 4 of them I gotta get right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then shout out to my man Benny the Butcher one more time. I had to give him one more play on this because I really, really like this album, Scarface versus Social Part 2. Yo, man, if you ain't down with Griselda, man, get familiar. I'm with them. That's my new crew that I'm rocking with, for real. Like, I like their music, like the movement. Join the wave.
All right.
Kev, what you got?
I got
Kev talking to the mic.
Yeah, my bad.
There you go.
I got this track called "Go For It" by this cat Frank Leone.
I like how you've been trying to make it exclusive that you bring in new artists. I see that you do that every week.
Yeah, I try to listen to new people I don't know, new music.
That's good.
And they got this thing on Spotify where if you it's just I'm sure they have it on title. It's just random playlists.
Yeah, they got
Just
it.
let run.
They got it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I've seen that. I have it
Um,
on Apple as well.
my second joint of the week is off of we had her tracks on here earlier in the summer. Summer Walker and Drake, Girls Need Love remix. This is the first verse Drake released this year.
Okay.
And I'm like,
First verse of the new deal.
yeah. I don't know if I would have led with this verse, but
What is it about?
it's just R&B Drake. You know?
He's singing.
Yeah, he's singing on it. And my next joint for this week is off of the Kehlani album as well. It's called RPG featuring Black.
I'm intrigued already.
I like that one.
Okay, Black on an album. Shout out to Black.
And I'm gonna give you a throwback too, off of the How Fly album that Wiz and Currency did. I think it was 10 years ago because they just released another one last week.
Another one. Hold on, 2009.
Yeah,
That was a couple weeks ago. But all right.
it was like 2
No,
weeks
because
ago.
Currency do drop music like that. So when you say last
Oh,
week,
yeah.
I'm like, hold on.
Mike's a big Currency guy.
I like
I just
Currency.
know Currency
Me too.
drops a lot of
I
music.
love
So
I like
Big fan of
Currency.
Currency.
Yeah, man. Dame's not.
Car Service off of How Fly. It's the first track on.
Oh, I think I remember that
Clear
one.
the runway.
Yeah.
Baby. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Currency be on that Jet Life stuff, man.
yeah, you do.
Well, we got to talk about people who spit over those luxurious beats.
Yeah.
Like, I think Ross, I think Currency.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of think Raekwon sometimes.
Ghost
Yeah,
spit over
Ghost
them.
definitely does.
Nas.
I'm trying to think of a. Yeah, Nas. Yeah,
Yeah.
I just thought of a couple.
I even like the one off the new album, the most recent one, the Nasir joint.
Which one?
That what Bonjour?
Oh yeah, Bonjour.
Oh,
yeah, that's a
Tony
good.
Williams joint.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
one. I
that
like
joint was
that.
hot.
Yeah, all right, that's good. Come on, Kevin's such a hater. Of
Yeah, he is. Like,
Yo,
that's-
definitely
he's
not.
He don't
hater
want to
of
admit
Nas,
nothing's
yeah.
good on it. He'll be like,
Oh,
that was on that.
No, that,
He'll be like, look, that was on that album. All right, nah,
I knew who was on the track. I know the album. All right,
you did.
I like the white label track.
The white label track is a banger.
He's
It
just
is.
spitting.
And it bangs too.
Yeah.
It goes hard.
But
Like
the
that beat, is
beat
crazy.
never drops.
Yeah, the beat is hard. Yeah.
Even the, I mean, let's be real, Cat. Even the other joint,
Oh, Kanye, Cop Shot
told
to
her.
Cop. You like that?
that was hot. I mean, but even
That's
I
not
think
bad.
they scared of that. The title.
Oh,
I mean, the
the
first
joint with
song on there.
Dream?
No, the
Oh.
first with
Oh,
Puff.
talking about
in it.
Adam and Eve?
Yeah.
Nah,
Oh
Adam and
no,
Eve's
no,
on.
no! You talking about the other joint?
Yeah.
I know the one with the.
That's why the one with Puff was on there. Even the album was solid, man.
It was solid.
We just ran through all the songs.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
only,
I
it was
like
only
one of
like
It's
seven
only
of 'em.
7 on there. We
Yeah,
just
I
ran
mean.
through 5. What are you talking about? You just wanted more. I get it. You wanted more. You
Where's
know
the
what I mean?
bath salt song?
The bath salts.
Yeah, the Nas, Jada, DMX, and Jay-Z.
No.
Oh yeah, it's
What we
never
doing,
coming,
Swiss?
man. I'm glad that you stopped harassing the man too, man. He has a family.
He
You know
blocked
that.
him.
DMX
Man,
is
no
out of
choice.
jail now. That track.
I saw him in Planet Fitness. Why is DMX working out in Planet Fitness?
Yeah, that's
Nah,
and why
man.
was that Swiss that was
That was
with him?
Swiss motivating him in Planet
Y'all-
Fitness.
y'all don't
First
stop
of all,
playing.
man, if y'all don't get a lifetime
How'd you know
subscription,
it was all
yeah,
perfect?
man,
Yeah, I know.
like,
This is
how does
perfect.
Mike
Yeah,
have a
he look
lifetime
like-
fitness and
Why
Swiss
you
is
talking about
going to
this?
Planet?
Do you
Like,
go to Lifetime Fitness, yo?
Yeah, I got a lifetime.
Yo,
membership.
that place is crazy.
it's,
My
it's a
brother.
freaking resort.
We
It
talked
is.
about this like a million times, man. Let's move
Yeah.
Like
forward.
we stunting,
Like,
man. Like we
yeah.
stunting on the
Do you have the family subscription?
It's a family plan, yes.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
that's
even
like a
more.
car
yeah,
payment.
It is. It's like $500 a month. It's
I'm
crazy.
sure it ain't nan one of y'all car payments, so cut that out. It's not a car payment.
Crazy.
Not in this
Jesus.
room.
My God, this guy's getting money over here. I tell you.
They have a cafeteria in there.
Yeah, man, they got a whole swimming pool area. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Daycare for the kids. You know, the whole
Massage
shit.
parlor.
Massage parlor. Oh
Yeah.
man, happy.
Robert
ending.
Kraft.
Robert
might
Kraft's
go
already
there.
there.
Yo, now Robert don't go to that one. He goes to another one.
Yo,
Rob,
Mike, be
yo,
careful.
We missed that topic this week.
We did.
We just
did.
touched it right now.
Yo.
Yeah, let's
Nah,
not stay
That's
there
what Robert
too long.
said. He just touched it, and he ain't want to stay
Yeah,
too
don't
long
stay
either.
too long, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Shout out to Robert Kraft, man.
Oh,
He
man.
don't care. He's a
He ain't do
billionaire.
nothing, man. Like
He's
I
a
really feel bad
billionaire.
he's going through this.
He
for
just
real.
went on the wrong day.
That's exactly what it was. He
Nah,
been- well, he went the day of the AFC Championship game. Did y'all know that?
Yeah, he went that morning.
What's his name? Does not like Robert Kraft.
Who?
Robert Goodell. He don't like Robert.
Roger Goodell.
Yeah, Roger Goodell. He's a
Okay.
What you
bust.
say? Robert
Rod-
Goodell.
Roger Goodell.
He just
He
call
said-
him.
I did not say Goodell first. of all. Yo.
You'll hear when you
He
play it
said-
back.
Roger Goodell. He don't like him.
No, he doesn't. Nobody likes him
Nah.
though. Nobody likes him, man. But
Michael Rubin.
it's a
like him.
terrible day in this country when a billionaire can't get a happy ending at a massage bar.
I know that is.
That is crazy to
Do
me.
you
man.
think
First
he
of all-
even cares? Like he probably the story came out and he's probably who cares?
He probably want
Yeah.
people to know. Yeah, I still get it
Oh
popping.
yeah, you know what I'm saying.
You
Hey
know what I
Cardi,
mean?
you know
Yeah.
you seen me on stage. You know what it is.
I was trying
Just
to
in case-
deliver it to you for
Just
real.
in case Offset get out of pocket again, you know where to come. Billionaire dollars and 6
Yeah.
rings. What?
Yeah,
All right.
That's it, man. We got anything else?
Nah. You got any shout outs?
Go
Shout
ahead.
out to the people, Pie Beam. Shout them out, man.
I was gonna. You beat me to it.
Yeah,
All
man.
right, well,
Yeah.
They've been giving us a lot of love, so we'll give them a little bit back.
Yeah,
Shout-
man.
Shout out
It's
to
a
the
good,
Beam.
it's a good platform.
all the new listeners, you know. what I mean?
Absolutely, man. We love y'all. Thank you for following, man. We appreciate your support. For real. We got like what, 100 new listeners on this
Yeah,
platform
oh.
in like a couple days.
You know, a lot. Hit us with some feedback too. Like you can comment, so let us know what you think about the show.
Absolutely, chime in. We need feedback. We love it.
And if you don't follow us yet on Instagram at thecommissionpod.
Get familiar.
The commission.
We out.